Great. I love your show. I love you.
I love you, and I love your show.
Thank you.
I'm happy to see you, and that's cute, too.
Don't touch me on national television.
Sorry.
Kidding.
Won't do it again. You look fantastic.
Thank you. You too.
You really look good. Now, before we start talking, I have to ask Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny,
Yes.
you went to a Halloween party and ran into John, right?
That's right. Last year,
I think we have a photo. Tell the story.
You do. Well, me and my friend went to a Halloween party last year. We were the Olsen twins.
Which one is me?
Well, the guy on the left is Mary Kate, and I was Ashley. And you're Uncle Jesse, so it worked out great because we ran into you at the party, and there you are.
Now, look at that? I mean, can you believe that their lives have turned out like that?
I know, they owe me, actually. You know, you get twins, so you use one. If one cries, then they, switch them out. They were both, crying like, in the pilot, we couldn't get the show done. They were 6 months, I think, and they just wouldn't stop crying. So I said, get rid of these kids, I got some serious acting to do on Full House,
Yeah.
And, but seriously, they were crying the whole time, and so we brought in these redheaded kids that were kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Ugly redheaded kids. And I hope they're not watching.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't mean that.
No, I don't, but they, they just didn't, they didn't work. So I said, okay, bring the Olsen twins back, and then the rest is history.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah. Great story.
So it is. I mean, they were almost replaced, and look what they became. That's just, So
good memories.
So I was saying you look great, and how is bachelorhood treating you?
The whole thing is about bachelors today, huh?
It is.
Yeah. I like it. I'm a relationship guy, so it was different to become a bachelor all of a sudden. But
Because how long were you married?
I was married a long time, and then I had relationships before that. I was always kind of in a relationship. So and when you're finished, as soon as something ends, you go, I have to replace that. I have to replace.
Right.
But now I'm at the point where I'm really happy just being a bachelor, and I'm being alone. I'm used to that. I enjoy getting home and reading a book. And although I went on a date, I was just thinking of this. I was in New York, and I'm at the house at the hotel, and somebody's coming over. We're gonna have lunch, and a speaker fell on my head. Look, can you see this?
Oh God, yeah.
You see that?
That's horrible.
So I start bleeding. Right? And I know she's coming over, and I'm like, okay, good, this is gonna get some sympathy. And then I get a text, and she says, I'm not gonna be there for 30 minutes. So I'm like pushing the thing,
You had to keep it bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible. And the other day, when I'm at work, I'm always getting hit on ER. I'm like wet and scratched and stuff. So I try to leave that makeup on too for sympathy.
I don't think you need to work on any kind of sympathy. I think you've got a lot going on that people would just be crazy about you. But not that you have any time anyway. Those shows take up all of your time. But eventually, would you do? We have The Bachelor on from The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Would you do that? Would you do a
No.
No.
No. People always try. I don't even need to be on the show. Everywhere I go, people are like trying to fix me up. Like, oh, you have to go. It's the fun game down at ER. Like all the girls that work on there. Like, how about you and so and so? And how about you and so? It's like. They think you can just call them or something, not.
You can.
No.
Well, if they know them, and if you're in the business, or you can run into somebody.
Right. And my mother's always trying to fix me up.
Is she really?
She was in. God bless her. She burned her house down. And.
How did she do that?
I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay. But how did she do that?
It was an accident, a candle or something, and so it was pretty serious. But she was okay. But she got rushed to the emergency room. So I, immediately ran down there. And now I'm thinking, like, okay, I can do some research while I'm here, because of ER. And, but once I knew my mom was fine, I was like, oh, you okay, Mom? And I'm looking around to see how the doctors are doing this and, how they hold this stuff. And she's, poor thing was fine, but, charred to hell. And she's trying to fix me up with nurses while she's in this hospital. I'm not kidding you. And she finds this one who thinks she thinks really good. Oh, you have to meet my son. And she goes, oh, and my mom says, are you single? She says, no, I'm engaged. And she's like, do you love him? Is he really the one? So,
wow.
But it's bachelorhood is interesting. But I'm really settled. Like, I felt like before it was like you're starting over, and I feel right now with my life and my new job that I love so much, I'm really, like, I've landed, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just here and I'm happy with every day and I'm just excited to see what happens next.
Well, good. Well, then that's going to be better for you to start a relationship that that you are in that place instead of just rushing into it.
Exactly.
But you look good and you
Thank
seem really,
I'm really happy.
Happy and healthy.
Thank you.
All right, so I want you to explain I don't know where, you know, in the meetings in the morning, I talk to the producers and we go over stuff that, you know, what's going on with you and things we want to talk about. Someone showed me these pictures and I'd like you to explain. There's a picture of you, and I think it's Ryan Seacrest on the beach, right? All right, so this is, explain what's happening here.
Well, here's the deal. Take that off for a second, and I'll do the setup.
Okay.
Damn you. I'm in Miami for the...
It's off.
Okay. I'm in Miami for
Put
New
it back
Year's.
on.
And I'm having an anxiety attack anyway, because there's so many people around. The first night I get there, I'm sitting at dinner, and I see Lindsay Lohan, her mother, and Lindsay's like, hey, and then try to fix me up with her mother. So I was like... Well, her mother's very pretty, but, you know, so I stayed in my hotel room for most of the holiday, and I was like, I have to get out. So I went out and onto the beach, and then I saw Ryan out there, you know, with wine and a bunch of girls, and so I went over to say hi to him, and then, you know, he kind of takes his shirt off, and then it was hot, and so I kind of took mine, and then, you know, but I, you know, pretty much stayed, you know, I tried not to get, I thought Ryan and I topless on the beach would be, you know, frightening, and you know, and who, you know, I hope they don't get a picture of it type of thing, and, but sure enough, like over the sand dune were like 80 photographers, like, you know, peeking over, you know.
Like little prairie dogs.
Yeah, like a prairie dog.
Yeah.
And I'm like the road runner, like go start running, and sand is like flying up behind me.
Well,
you know.
not before they got another picture of y'all. So
Oh, that is.
What's wrong with that? It's just.
Get off.
It's just you two hanging out.
She's making out.
All right, so we have to take a break. When we come back, the last time you were here, you talked about something you were involved with, and you actually changed. This story is beautiful.
And you changed someone's life as well.
I'm
You really...
thrilled that I could even be a tiny part of it, but it's what you do. But anyway, we'll come back and we'll talk about this. This is a beautiful story. We'll be right back. Now, that's tonight's ER, and that's hard work, that kind of dialogue to learn every day. You loving it, though?
Oh, it's literally, this is the best job I've ever had in my life. I'm so grateful to be on this show. And I've been wanting to, we've been talking about it for so many years, and it just didn't make sense. And now it really makes sense. And the show is so good. Have you been, I mean, it's...
It is, and it's better now, and the reviews are better, and if you're not, I can't believe it's been on this long, and it just keeps getting better and better.
But it's still relevant, it's still really smart. The writing is so good, the acting. And this year we're running it consecutively 13 episodes, so there's no reruns, and it's really...
Yay! Yay!
It's the best.
Well, good. Well, congratulations. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you're happy. It shows, and
You seem very happy, too.
I am
and
very
I love
happy.
the haircut, the little
Oh,
chop.
thank you. Yeah. It was an accident. I thought, oh, I'll just make it better. So, okay, tell this great story. I love this.
This is a great story. I was on the show. I work for this organization called Project Cuddle, and it's about baby abandonment. And so if a woman is going to abandon her baby, a girl, or if she's hiding it from her parents, or if she needs prenatal care, if she needs help, you know, they call us and we help. And if she's going to get rid of the baby, then we find adoptive parents. So I was talking about the Project Cuddle on here. Last time I was here, there was a girl who was watching who didn't quite know what to do and knew that she wanted a father and a mother, and she couldn't provide that in a good, happy home. So she saw us on here, and she called, and we found parents for the baby, and she's here today, little Morgan.
That baby, Leanne and Gary Ayers are in the audience. Their adorable baby girl, Morgan, who they adopted. Congratulations. And Leanne, how long, and Gary, how long have you had her now?
Since she was born,
Since she was
she'll
born,
be
right
6
away.
months on Friday.
That's fantastic, and she is absolutely precious.
Isn't she
Congratulations.
beautiful?
That's amazing that happened.
It happened to you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
because
listen,
it's because you had me on
I
here.
want to
and we talked
say,
about it.
and I hope it happens again, if anyone is watching, there are solutions. You don't have to, I mean, there are people that want babies, that can't have babies, that need babies, so please, if you're watching, Project Cuddle.
Yeah, Debbie Magnuson, Project Cuddle. It's a
Okay.
beautiful organization.
And so that's great. I'm so happy to hear that worked out.